What's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today, this video is going to be mostly about playing with this PYT palette. This is the palette that's been in my makeup bag for the past week and a half. I'm going to switch my makeup bag out again in a few days over the weekend, and I have not been the hugest fan of this palette. I think that the mattes are really good, and I think I actually really like these shades, the shimmers, because they don't have a bunch of fallout, which is amazing compared to the Ulta palette that I have. Oh my word, the fallout on there is like next level, to the point where like I will literally never ever use these two shades right here. They fall out like crazy. Anyways, and my issue with this PYT palette is I feel like every single time I wear it, like all of the shades, even this brown one and even these like two really light shades, every single one just leans like rosy pink. Like they don't swatch true to what they look like, and it's super annoying. And I'm gonna swatch them right now for you, and then also I want to just play with it and see what else I can come up with that's either like a really pretty pink, because I feel like when I do rosy looks I just look bruised in the eyes. So yeah, I just want to play around and see what I can come up with. Okay, here's the first example. Like these two shades literally look identical, but it's these two shades in the palette. Like this shade, it looks like several notches darker, but they swatch identical. Like that's my biggest pet peeve with shadows. I hate when shadows look identical like that. And then that's just a darker tone of the same exact shade. I mean, a darker shade of the same exact tone of those other two identical colors. Like why can't you have like truly can then, okay, so like that's brown, but when I blend it out on my eyes, it will literally blend out like rosy. Maybe there's something with the undertone of my skin, and like why are they almost identical? And also, okay, like that one's purple, super close to that one, but do you see these two colors and how like super close they are, and very similar in shade, honestly. Okay, the craziest thing is I just can't get over how similar they are. But again, you see how they're like on a really close shade level, like they look very similar in like darkness level. And look at the palette. Are you kidding me? Look, those are two different shades. They're two different colors and they look identical on the swatch. I at least wish I bought the other palette that has like the really pretty brighter colors to at least have something fun to play with, because this is just annoying. Anyways, I still want to play with it and try to come up with something, so let's see what I can come up with. I totally forgot to swatch the shimmer shades, so I'm just gonna go in order: this one, then that one, then that one. So this is the more gold one first. It's got a little bit of a pink shift in there. The other reason why I don't completely hate myself for buying this palette is I got her for like, I think $14, so a pretty good discount. It now costs, I think, $32. Not worth $32 at all. And those are the three shimmer shades. They come off pretty good. They're not super juicy shimmery like the Essence little palettes are, at least the pink palette, but not bad. And also a huge bonus that they don't have any fallout. I can apply this shade without getting those specks all over my face that you can't like brush off or wash off after you've already put makeup on your face, or after, I mean, or even before. Like the shimmer shades from the Ulta palette, even if I don't have makeup on my face yet and I'm just gonna take a wet wipe and try to wash it off, they don't even come off. So anyways, let's see what look I can come up with that's hopefully interesting and not the same boring looks I always have. First, I'm going to prime my my eyes with Item Beauty. I do have the PYT eye primer, but I like something a little with more coverage on the lids because I have a lot of discoloration and veins and stuff. So I like to have something to just even out all of that. The frustrating thing about using a palette that doesn't swatch true to the color of the pans in the palette is you don't even know what your eye look is gonna look like when you're picking out the shades, because when you're picking out the shade, you think like, okay, maybe, you know, I'll start with this lighter shade for like transition and then go in with the darker out to smoke. But no, they're pretty much the exact same color. So like, do you have to swatch it every time you'll learn your palette and know what the colors swatch as, but like, you basically have to swatch the palette until you learn what they swatch like to know what's gonna go on your eyes, because it's not what's in the palette. I hate that so much, especially for this price. So like now I have to look at my arm to see what shades I want, not the palette. I just can't get over how ridiculous this is, y'all. Honestly, I don't know where to start. I'm gonna start with this shade because I feel like that is the most logical shade to start with as far as what is going over the entire lid. You can see how much that barely shows up on my eyelid. It literally just looks like my skin tone. And that makes me think, with how there's barely any deeper colors, like these three are the only deeper shades. So depending on how deep your skin tone is, it's also not going to work super well. Okay, so I couldn't decide which color to go in with next, so I got the random number generator out, which chose shade number 6, which from how I calculated in the palette is the second to last shade. For the darker shade, I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush, and that way maybe, see, I don't know if I should go in with a smaller brush or if that should also be the shade to go all over the lid to like be the next layer color, or if it should just be, let's see, I think I'll start with a smaller brush. This is one of those palettes where, like, even though I love hoarding makeup, I love having a big collection, I love having variety in my makeup bag or drawer, whatever. This is one of those palettes where if one of my sisters asked to have this palette, why is this coming on pink? I swear I cannot with this palette. Like, I don't think my brushes are dirty. I'm gonna go in with a clean brush, with a different brush. I don't know if any of my brushes are clean, but my goodness, why does okay, this one has no pink on it, okay? Let's see. As I was saying, this is one of those palettes that I would give up in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even think twice. I would give up any of my makeup in a heartbeat if it was one of my sisters. But this one, you don't gotta ask me twice. Okay, again, I don't know if I'm crazy, but that literally looks pink to me. Does it not look pink to you? I want to swatch this against another brown. I am irritated, can you tell? Here's the Pacifica palette. I'm gonna swatch these shades next to this, like the lighter brown in this palette. And I think that was the shade Bear or Mouse. Yeah, okay, I see why that one's coming off as pink, because that's true brown. Well, I got myself a pink palette, I guess. So if I ever want a pink look, I can literally randomly go into any of these shades and they'll all give me a pink look. But I think I'm gonna keep this color on the maybe outer half and crease, and then just blend out in this area. Now for the next shade, to go with something darker, I have a few options. I have the one that looks almost identical, or one of these two shades. I kind of just want to go in with this darkest shade and put that on the very outer corner and see what that ends up looking like. By the way, today is June 29th. I'm almost a month into my no-buy, and I cannot believe I didn't buy a single piece of makeup, not a single one. for a whole month. I'm just gonna try to really deepen up the corner. And I think that's where I'll leave it. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna leave it there with that eye because I wanna keep the different shades there and not just blend everything into one color. I think that's my problem most of the time is I just kind of blend away until everything looks the same, and then it's frustrating because I feel like, why do all of my eye looks look the same? And it's probably because I blend everything away into one color. But I feel like when there's a gradient like that, they actually look really nice. I actually really like that those different colors. Now the trick is, or not the trick, but my challenge is, how do I make it all look blended without blending all the colors? Okay, I found some more brushes. One is like a very, was it like dual fiber, I think, where there's like different lengths in there. Let's see. Now the question is, do I go in with eyeliner and mascara, or do I go in with one of these shimmer shades? I think for the sake of the video, I should go in with one of the shimmer shades. And let's pull out our swatches. Which one? Not the darkest one. I think that this one would be really pretty and also keep it like outside of the bright pink realm. And that one was the first one. So I want to see if I can do a comparison between these different swatches from the Ulta and the PYT. But it's also like danger zone because I have to make sure everything, because I have to make sure to just not get a single drop of that Ulta shimmer on anywhere near my vanity. Okay, I'm gonna swatch. This is the PYT one more time. This is the one I'm gonna use on my eyes today. It's a nice swatch. That's kind of blurry, but it's a nice swatch, and gotta go in a couple times to get some saturation there. And it's pretty dry. It's not super creamy, but check out the Ulta one. The Ulta one actually feels creamier in the palette, but when you swatch, do you see how big those shimmer particles are? And they just go everywhere. Okay, I'm actually really liking that eye look. It looks like a summer popsicle look. Okay, now going in with the shimmer shade, this first shade in the palette, which is that one right there. So I don't like how it goes on like really powdery and shimmery. I really like the shimmery creamy looks. So I'm gonna spray my finger with a setting spray and see if I can get some more juice out of, but I also could just end up hard panning that, which would suck. It's just not a very juicy shade, you know? Like, it's not a very rich texture. I would much rather work with a shade like this compared to the Ulta palette, where I can't work with it because it falls all over the place. And I don't need that kind of mess and headache. Okay, that's the final eye look. I feel like what is the ice cream? Napoleon? You know, in the big tubs with all the colors. I think it's fun though. So the eyeliner that's in my makeup bag for the 2 weeks is the Black Raisin by Almay, but it's like a muted color. So I'm actually gonna pull out my black eyeliner, Liquid by Bite Beauty. So I really like this eyeliner. I know Bite Beauty is also going out of business, but there is only one downside, and because of that, I wouldn't repurchase this product. Also, this is like, at the store, it's like like 25 or something dollars, and I got it at TJ Maxx for $8. So I definitely wouldn't repurchase it for the full price or even for the 50% sale. But the trick here is if you pull this out, it splatters eyeliner everywhere. So I have to like super slowly, patiently twist it out until it comes out very smoothly. And like, I just don't have the time for that, you know? Like, you just want to pull your eyeliner out and use it and stuff, but no. This one you have to be super careful with. It does have a really nice tapered thin brush though, which I love because I can get really precise. And with such a thin brush, I can just like really lay it on right above the lashes. It's so funny how on this eye, my eyelashes are a lot straighter and it's so much easier to put my eyeliner down right above the lashes, but on the other eye, they're curled, which is really nice, but it makes it a tiny bit more challenging sometimes. I haven't found a good liquid eyeliner that doesn't run because my eyelashes or my eyes run like nobody's business, either due to sensitive because of makeup or the wind, like depends on the weather. I was trying to find a liquid eyeliner that doesn't run, that's waterproof, and so I tried the Thrive Cosmetics waterproof, and I don't know if I don't understand what waterproof means, but it completely comes off with the touch of my finger, especially if my eyes water. The eyeliner is gone. I actually have it right here. I haven't returned it yet. I hope the return date hasn't expired. It says Infinity Waterproof Eyeliner, Semi-Permanent Micro-Pigment Technology. Okay, so it's supposed to be real good. Oh, and it's actually, I don't know why I thought it was liquid. It's actually pencil. That just broke. So there's that. And this was, I think, $24. Obviously not worth it. You see this Infinity, like, there, it's gone. It literally comes off like their tubing mascara. It's there, like, I don't know. Maybe I don't understand what waterproof means or whatnot, but their mascara is the bomb. Their mascara is my go-to every single time. This guy's a winner for sure. Another one I have that it's truly tubing is the Tubular Formula by Half Caked is also really good, but I'll show you that, like, this is only one coat of Thrive, but I don't usually build Thrive depending on how dry it is and the timeline of how long I've had it opened. But this is the Half Caked, and it's very, very, like, it has a strong scent. They have, I think, 5 different wands, and I think the one I chose was like the Heights or something because I wanted it to be the most similar to the Thrive. But I'll show you how dry it is. And that's why I don't use it unless I have a really wet formula, like a new mascara that's really wet. Then this would be really good to either put like on the bottom layer to like dry the lashes out and make them sticky. And then the wet formula goes on really well. But it's really dry and it's really hard to apply, and I could feel it's already starting to clump. And look at the difference. You can barely see my lashes with that one. So I'm actually going to go in with a new Thrive because that was really dry, and my regular Thrive mascara is already drying up, and so I know it's not going to work over this dryness. But like the only reason I would ever repurchase that Half Cake mascara is to use in conjunction with a brand new Thrive mascara that's too wet, because when the Thrive one is new, it's really hard to work with for me and it just doesn't look as nice. But if I combine a brand new Thrive with a very dry Half Caked, I get the same look as a mature Thrive. I know it's a lot of like extra steps and work, but I love my lashes to look nice. So I'm still debating on this number 7 primer, but I'm doing a declutter or like a video of all the stuff that I'm getting rid of. And actually I've tested this multiple times on, you know, with using different products on both, I mean like using it on half my face and not the other. And I've never seen a difference. So I think it's safe to say that that's not doing anything for me. And also it has a really strong scent, which I didn't mind initially, but I think I'm over it. Another declutter situation is going to be the Tarte C Flex or Tarte C Hydroflex foundation. This is a foundation that I love the shade match. It's in the shade 12N, and it's like my from back then I thought, we'll see what I think now. So I've had this for a while and I thought I already got rid of it, but then I found it laying in the bottom of a bag. So I guess I still had it. And I just want to see if like I do want to get rid of it as I'm going to do this declutter. So obviously I'm sure you already know it's super runny. I remember that it really sat in my pores and it looked like, you know, like an orange or strawberry where it like sits. But maybe with the primer, it's gonna look different. Let's see. Oh gosh, now I don't know if I'm changing my mind or if it's the primer. It is a nice shade match to my neck though. I do feel like it does end up looking a tiny bit powdery, like not enough for you to be able to see anything on camera. And also, I can kind of see textures. I hate the powdery look though, like it's just, I cannot stand it. So I'm not gonna do the other half of my face with it. And I will put some on my forehead just to like really see what I think. On the other side of my face, I'm gonna go in with Ilia because I'm trying to use it up, and that is what is in my bag. And I might keep this in my bag actually for as long as it takes for me to finish it, because I just want to get rid of this bottle because I'm already almost done. But it's been so satisfying like painting it on my face like this. Yeah. And it's quite a bit darker, but I just want to finish it. And I think obviously when I'm not wearing two different shades, I can pull off the darker shade. And I forgot to use eye corrector. So I'm gonna go in with my usual Tarte. I don't know who formulated it. They know what they're doing is what I'm trying to say, because no color corrector I've ever tried works that good. I usually don't like to go in with a lot of concealer, but today I just feel like going in with something. I think I want to go in with something brighter actually than that. Today's video, I'm not really using all of the makeup products in my bag. I mean, I'm using some of them, but I want to go in with a brighter concealer. This isn't one that I would ever put in my makeup bag because for me, this is like a very special scenario. This It Cosmetics concealer. And look how much I put on my hand. This stuff it stretches wide, and I rub it in and stamp it on where I want all the brightness. It's really bright. It's really bright. So for me, I need the tiniest amount. To finish off the look, I'm going to quickly go in with some foundation bronzer. This is what is in my bag to use until I restock it. For blush, I want to use something other than what's in my bag because that's a really subtle color and I want a little bit more pink. So I'm going to go in with my Honest. It's been one of my faves in the shade Rose Pink. It's just such a beautiful, perfect shade. I love it. This is one of those where like, even though I don't think I will ever repurchase the same makeup because I don't think I'll ever pan makeup, but if I do, I really want to try new colors. But like, this is one of those that I think I would actually repurchase because I just love it so much. It's the perfect shade. It's the perfect texture, like all of it. It just all of it's my fave. Finally, for a tiny bit of highlight, I'm gonna go in with what's in my makeup bag, which is this. Oh, I'm actually gonna use this brush today. Let's see. This is by Flower Beauty. I saw on TikTok that you're supposed to like go from your eye right here and turn it around, and that's supposed to give you like the perfect placement when it hits the sun. I don't know. I am also like this highlight is not my favorite. Maybe because I'm not very good at applying highlighter. But the more I used it, the more I realized that it's one of those products that I can really easily overdo and ruin like a really pretty look. Like I'm kind of doing right now. I feel like it looks nice, but up close, I can kind of see the line where the highlight ends. So on the other side, I'm actually going to go in with this brush, and I feel like this brush has been helping me actually get like a much cleaner look. And I think putting highlighter in the corner there is not a good look for me. Sorry, TikTok. I also have been loving putting highlighter under my brow bone or under my brows, I don't know. That is the final look. I feel like I still like the foundation kind of I feel kind of pale. Maybe I just need some lipstick. I just ordered a new lip gloss. I'm so excited for it. I know I'm on a no buy, but the one of the rules that I had with my no buy is I can always have 2 clear lip glosses. I always have one in my car. Like my lips just get really chapped and I hate it. So I have one in my car and one in my house, and I finished one of them. So now I get to order one, and I was debating between the Ulta clear one and I was debating between the half caked one, and I bought neither of those, and I'm so excited to share which one it is because it has, I guess it's also plumping, which I don't really care for, but it has like collagen. So it's the good stuff. I'm so excited, and it's way cheaper than the Fit Glow one that I always used to use. I used up 2 bottles of that one actually, which I have never done for any of my other products. So I really liked it for a while, but I'm officially done with it. Anyways, this is the final look. Oh, I was gonna put some lipstick on. You know what I think would be fun is to do the random number generator for a lip look. Random number generator gave me number 36, which is the Bare Minerals Spark Plug. And I stopped using it because I got it at TJ Maxx for a great deal, or Marshall's or something. But I stopped using it because it's minty. And sometimes I'm just not feeling minty, but I love the shade. And it's a very thin gloss. It's kind of like a hybrid between like a lipstick gloss, because it's not like a thick gloss, but it gives a decent amount of color. That's it for now. And if you want to see the declutter / products I will never purchase again, stay tuned for the next video because that's coming up next. See you there.